Hey everyone, it's Megan with the Crafty Planner Lover here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we are going to be unboxing the flower letters numbers 12, 13, 14, and 15 from the Lily Clara collection. So I've been doing this for a little bit now, so if you guys are unfamiliar with this is a mail-based service from theflowerletters.com. They reached out to me at the beginning of, I think like middle of last year in 2024, and asked me if I wanted to try out one of their letter subscription services. So I thought it was a very, very cool way to receive mail, and I'm just excited. The Lily Clara collection is one of the mail subscription letters. This is more of an adventure, western, wild western kind of thing. It is basically a story that you are told through a collection of letters. So for this one, it is the Lily Clara letters. So she is a dressmaker from New York, and she answers a matrimonial ad from someone in Frisco, Utah, and she finds out that it's a lot more than what she thought it was going to be. There is a scandal, and Lily Clara finds herself directly in the middle of it. The only thing that is really able to save her from all of the scandal and the adventure is her own tenancy and the letters she's been exchanging with the very handsome Pinkerton agent, Matthew Hickman. And if you guys have seen the last episode, then you know that she is very flirty and he is very flirty. So I'm excited to see what the scandal is going to be about, learn a little bit more about what we learned in the previous ones, and get to know a little bit more about Lily Clara and Matthew Pinkerton. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with letter number 12. Alright, so usually you open it up and it tells you start with or end with, so looks like you don't have to worry about that in this one. Okay, so this is a fashion boutique little advertisement. Then you get, with Lily Clara's letters, you can always tell when it's a Lily Clara letter because you get something like this. Like, her writing is very fancy and feminine, and she always has like this really cool penmanship that she uses. And also she always includes like dress advertisements. This is probably a letter she sent to either her sister, who is in New York, or Mr. Pinkerton. So usually when she includes the dresses, it's to her sister, but we will find out. So this is what the dress advertisement is. Like I said, she is a dressmaker, so she has been working in Frisco, Utah, as a dressmaker to pay for, basically the matrimonial ad did not happen as it should have, and she is paying back the man who sent her to Frisco, Utah. She's paying him back by working at the dress area. So now we're learning about Mormon tea. This is like a recipe card and the directions. Usually when she sends stuff like this, it's to her sister. And then this is a ticket. Very interesting. Who is it for? I'm interested to see. I think this is going to be for her sister, because we were learning that she has almost enough money to get her sister to Frisco, Utah. So I'm excited to see what's going to be happening if her sister's able to come. So this is to her sister Katie. So basically this Mormon tea is something that she sent to Katie, and she is happy that it is working well for her. Okay, so she did finally hand over the last bit of money that she owed to Mr. Gambit after finishing the dresses. So that's what those dresses were. Those were the last two dresses, which means that this is most likely the ticket to her sister to come to Utah. Then after she finished paying off Mr. Gambit, she bought a little apartment, little vacant shop next to the tea store. So she has finally bought a dress shop, which is very exciting. That's something that she's been wanting to do. Okay, so yes, this is the ticket for Katie to, it is good for a trip from Salt Lake City to Frisco. And she is very, very excited. Oh, and in the last installment, letter number 11, we learned that there was indeed a new sheriff. So the sheriff has indeed made it to town, which is very exciting. She is receiving a lot of requests for the latest in women's fashion from other people in Frisco. Oh, that's very sweet. So she, after her sister arrives in Frisco, she is wanting to have her sister be a business partner. Okay, so More and More Ladies Fashion Boutique is the name she wants to call the shop for Lily Clara and her sister Katie. That's very cool. All right, so we have learned a little bit more about Lily Clara and her sister and the excitement that she's finally, hopefully, going to see her sister. So that's very exciting. Let's move on to letter number 13. Right, so here is everything that is in this one. So looks like we have an advertisement for Leah & Co.'s boots and shoes. Very cool. This looks like a sticker. I love stickers. Ooh, this is going to be really, really cool to use in my journaling. It is indeed a sticker. That's very, very exciting. And then this is a postcard, which we receive postcards pretty frequently with the letters at least once every installment. This looks like a letter from Mr. Hickman to Lily Clara. We learned in the last letter that Miss Lottie had a brother and a sister because they had died, and so now we're finding out the backstory of the sister. Mr. Hickman did not know about the brother, but we're finding out the backstory about how Mr. Gambit got his scar. Apparently the sister Lizzie had bitten him very, very hard, and she was kind of like one of those hot-headed ladies who like put the fear of God in most people. So we're finding out a little bit more about what happened to the sister. So as I said, we learned about the story of the sister. Apparently she was an agent. She went undercover and was never seen again after she had run out of the undercover area that she was in. So apparently she was murdered. So that is very scary to find out, but now we know about that, and Mr. Hickman is asking about her story. He's asking Miss Lottie about her sister because he thinks it might have something to do with a previous case that he had, and also that they were partners. So very interesting. This is getting very spicy. So that is letter number 13. Now we're going to move to letter number 14. All right, so letter number 14, we have an advertisement. Read other side carefully. So this looks like an advertisement to agency, like an agency. Okay. Oh, read last. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over because we need to start here because I have 5 little papers, 1 of 5, and then we have retention, read last, and then this. So I'm going to go ahead and read this first. This is from the sheriff. Ooh, what was his name? Sam something? Sam Pearson. So we're finding out from the sheriff that we found out the White Widow had made 2 more murders, and he was able to catch someone. Mr. Gambit, the bad guy, was a victim of the White Widow, but he was able to move out of her way, and he actually was able to catch the back of the White Widow's dress and the veil. And he said that the White Widow is Lily Clara. So this is definitely either a very big twist or it is a lie, because we know Mr. Gambit is a bad guy, and we know that he hates Lily Clara because she turned down the marriage proposal. So I'm thinking this is very, very not happening. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Lily Clara is, because he can't prove Lily Clara's innocence, he had to keep her in the jail and under 24-hour surveillance. Oh my gosh. Oh, and her sister Katie is here. Okay, so she did end up arriving, so that's good. Okay, so these letters are things that got slipped under the sheriff's door. Very interesting. Okay, so this is turning into a very, because the White Widow murders didn't start until Lily Clara got there, so okay, anyways. Okay, so apparently this Oliver person works for Mr. Gambit in the mines, and there was a collapse that led to the death of 4 people, and that's been covered up. Very interesting. All right, what is this about? Okay, this is from Matt Pinkerton to the sheriff. Very interesting. Okay, so now we are learning a lot more than we thought we were about this whole situation. All right, well, now it is time to get on to our last letter of this video. And finally, we are at our last letter, letter number 15. That says, attention, read first. This is a telegram from Sam to Matthew Hickman. Okay, so now we have found out that Lily Clara is indeed not the White Widow, because there was another murder, and now since she's in jail and under surveillance, he knows she's innocent. So that's very good. I figured she wasn't the murderer, but I had some suspicions. Okay, this is definitely from Matthew Hickman to Lily Clara. Oh no, okay, so he finally caught up with the Star Sisters. He was in the territory of the Navajo, Navajo. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. And they had come up with a plan because one of the chiefs of the territory was an old friend of his. They come up with a plan to capture the Star Sisters, but he was hoodwinked. So he was hogtied and buried up to his neck in sand, and the Star Sisters left. Interesting. Okay, so we're finding out a little bit more about the Star Sisters. While he was hogtied and buried from the neck in sand, he had asked, basically like made threatening questions and like things, trying to find out anything about the medicine taught the Star Sisters to entrap and poison Captain Rigby's entire household, which was what the wanted poster was for. And it looks like they may have been framed, because from what I'm reading, it seemed like one of the Star Sisters had not been okay with that accusation, and she wanted him to uncover the truth about the Rigby family. Very interesting. Oh, he's asking himself the same question. What if the stars aren't the true villains in this after all? Oh my lord. Okay, so he says that he was thinking about things to keep his mind off the fact that he was by himself in the wilderness at night, and he just asked Lily Clara that when he gets back to Frisco, he wants her to be his. Wow, okay. Oh, he knew he wanted to marry her from the moment he saw her fighting off McDonald's man at the back of the Chicago train station. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so he's just all kinds of wooing her. All right, let's see what this is. This is an advertisement for dry goods. This is... This is what Matthew Hickman looks like. He said, while you're thinking over my proposal, hopefully this photograph will help keep me at the forefront of your mind. I know Sam's a mighty good looking fellow, but I feel it's important you're able to make a proper comparison before making your final decision. Wow, he is all kinds of in love with her. Okay then. And this is probably another piece of the map that we are able to get, because whenever you get a letter from Mr. Hickman, you find his trail of going after the Star Sisters, so you line it up and it makes the whole map. This is very interesting. Okay, so that was everything from letter number 15. And that is it for this video in our installment of the Lily Clara letters. I hope you guys are enjoying going through the Lily Clara adventure just as much as I am enjoying it. Thank you so much to the Flower Letters again for sending me this subscription-based service. I really hope that you guys are interested in it. There are a ton of different collections that you guys can get. Like there's an adventure one, there's a like sappy romance one. There's a lot. So I definitely recommend you guys go check out the Flowered Letters. It is very much something that is different because you're getting a physical piece of mail, but it's also something that's very cool because you're getting a physical piece of mail. It's very cool. I highly recommend you guys check them out. We have a ton of different people on the Flower Letters that are doing lots of different kinds of scrapbooking and such. So I definitely think you should search on YouTube or just wherever the Flower flower letters to see what other kinds of adventures you can get and how other people are doing them. As I've mentioned in a couple of videos and also in this one, I will be putting together a scrapbook or a junk journal kind of thing of the flower letters so you guys can see how I am memorizing these things and remembering all of the fun things that we get. I really hope you guys are enjoying this series. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you're liking me explaining the journey of Lily Clara and my commentary on the romance between her and Mr. Hickman. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you missed any of the different Lily Clara letters and you want to see more, I have an entire playlist. It will be linked at the end of this video and in the description box below, along with all of my other playlists that I have on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you'll join me in the next collection. And until next time, craft on. Bye guys.